calling this meeting to order. It is 6 p.m. I pledge to build a stronger and more prosperous community by advocating for civil engagement, respecting others and their viewpoints, and finding solutions for the betterment of my city of Lake City, South Carolina. I would like to ask any males in the house, if you're not an active duty military or veteran, please remove your hat. Thank you. In the place of the invocation tonight, I would like for everyone to stand, and we're going to do a moment of silence in remembrance of Rashad Graham. Tomorrow is Rashad Graham's day, and I think we can do a moment of silence for him. Thank you. Please continue to stand as the Pledge of Allegiance is being led by Councilwoman Cooper.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let me go back and ask if everyone in the room can please silence their phones as the meeting is in session. Thank you. Madam Clerk, can you please poll the city council members?
Mayor Danica Robinson,
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Nicole Singletary,
Present.
Councilmember Wilhelmina Scott,
Present.
Councilmember Roy Matheson,
Present.
Councilmember DeWanica Cooper,
Present.
Councilmember Sandra Fleming Crosby, Councilmember Jason Brown. Mayor Robinson, I find there to be a quorum.
Thank you. I need a motion to adopt the agenda as is.
Move to adopt.
Second.
It has been moved and second. Any questions? If none, all in favor, show of hands. I need a motion to approve the minutes, approval of the May 9th, 2023 Mayor and Council meeting minutes for budget and regular meeting. Move to approve.
Second.
It has been properly moved and second. Any questions? If none, all in favor, show of hands. Okay, we have several presentations tonight. First presentation is a proclamation to be read by our Mayor Pro Tem, Nicole Singletary, on a National League of Cities. This month is Small Cities Month.
Good evening, everyone. National League of Cities, Small Cities Month, June 2023. Whereas small cities and towns under 50,000 population are the home to millions of Americans and constitute the vast majority of municipalities across the United States. And whereas small cities and towns strive to strengthen their communities through the provision of services and programs to improve the quality of life for all citizens. And whereas the federal government is an essential partner in the success of small cities and towns and must be encouraged to continue to support programs and legislation that strengthen small communities. And whereas state governments are partners in the success of small cities and towns and must be encouraged to continue to support key programs and legislation that strengthen communities. And whereas organizations, businesses, and citizens are partners in the success of small cities and towns and must be encouraged to continue to grow their efforts to make small communities a viable choice for people to live in. And whereas during these challenging economic times, the need for a renewed intergovernmental partnership to support essential public services is more important than ever to ensure the safety and growth of small town America. And whereas the National League of Cities President and the Small Cities Council of the National League of Cities have declared June 2023 as Small Cities Month. Now therefore, the Mayor and Council of the City of Lake City does hereby proclaim June 2023 as Small Cities Month and encourages President Biden, Congress, state governments, organizations, businesses, and all citizens to recognize this event and to work together this month and throughout the year to invest in small cities and towns to better the lives of all citizens. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have a presentation by Latta Councilmember Marcus McGirt, Save Our Youth Movement.
Good evening.
Good evening.
It says 5 minutes. I won't be before you long, like the Baptist preachers say. So it brings me great joy to be able to bring my program, Save Our Youth Movement, to the city of Lake City on this year, July the 8th at 6:30 p.m. at the Bean Market. We established our nonprofit in 2016 to cover the PD areas through mentoring and community service. To date, we have graduated 26 young males, of which 2 have gone into the military, 18 have transitioned to a college or university, and 6 have entered the workforce working for Harbor Freight Tools, Honda, and Reese Foods in Florence. Last year, we held our gala at Francis Marion University, and we were able to raise $18,500. And in that night, we were able to give back $15,500 in scholarships and awards to deserving seniors across the PD areas of South Carolina. The reason for me being here tonight, first and foremost, I want to thank Mayor and Town Administrator for allowing me to come to Lake City this year and to partner with you all for this great event. I wanted to come and try to do something out of the norm. I kind of pray and make sure that my vision is aligning with God. So this is where we at this year, Lake City. And after this, I want the partnership to continue by starting mentoring projects here in the area for young males in middle school and high school. I'm not here, I'm not asking for any money, I'm just asking for support. However you can support, if that's time, if that's coming out to talk to a kid, that's coming out to point me in the right direction of where I need to go. I'm not solely looking for money. Most of the stuff I do out of pocket or I do through donations. I don't want anything, I don't profit anything off of it, but I do want to acknowledge the fact that I am looking at Lake City because I've been talking to some community members and they feel that Lake City is often forgotten about when it comes to the troubled teens at risk. So my goal is to have youth in the area go from at risk to at promise because they all deserve a second chance in life. The second reason I wanted the gala to come back, be here in Lake City is largely because of your great venue, the Bean Market, and the thriving area of Lake City of what you guys are doing in the community and what you guys are doing for your citizens. So once again, I thank you, and I hope that I have your support, not only just this year, the years to come for Lake City.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Next presentation we'll have is Cameron Packett and Jonathan McKnight from United Way of Florence, Services to the Community. Oh, they just walking in.
Here's the reference.
Yes.
Late arrival. Can we make it just in time?
Yes, yes, perfect. I just introduced you.
Come right on. Perfect. Well, good evening, everyone. I'm Cameron Packett, President of United Way of Florence County. I brought Jonathan McKnight. He's our new Resource Development Director. And understand that we have a limited amount of time.
5 minutes.
5 minutes, yep. I'm going to let him get straight to it. Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. So, the United Way of Florence County, we want to make sure everybody understands we are the United Way of Florence County, not just Florence or upper part of the county. So, we've been very, very graciously accepted by Mayor Robinson, and thank you for allowing us to come here. We want you to know about 211, which is a federally recognized number. You can call, you can go to sc211.org, or you can text HELP to 211211. That was originally created out of a framework from the United Way of Greater Atlanta. So successful, it was nationalized, 95% of the country and 100% of South Carolina is covered. If you run across somebody who needs assistance with anything from rent to utility assistance to educational services to food, you don't have to maintain your own list. we have it for you. Please go to 211, se211.org, or text HELP to 211211. It'll ask you for your zip code. That'll localize the resources for you and get you to the right place and tell you what you need. se211.org or any of the other services that we're talking about are a vital way to get the help needed to the community where those needs will actually make a big difference. We also want to make sure everybody is aware, because when we talk about root causes, if a common call for EMS or firefighters is someone has fallen and they can't, get back up off the floor themselves, we want them to think, hey, what if we put a ramp here? What if we put a handrail here? And if the person says, I can't afford that, well, let's get you in touch with an agency that does that. So we've learned a lot about our community. This is one of the primary ways we learn about the needs of our community, and especially needs that don't have services or don't have adequate services to the needs of the community. If these things aren't addressed over time, they become so large and become overwhelming. And all of a sudden, you have to throw money or people in a vast majority at the problem, rather than something that we could have done years in advance. So we have done that, and we've collected that data, and we've learned about the biggest needs of our communities, and Lake City was a part of that. You were part of that process. We had a collective impact meeting right here in this community, led by a local individual who brought in citizens from here to help us. So we've just announced that today, and it'll be on all of our social media. Please follow us, and we'll let you know what those areas are. But 211 was a piece of that, and I hope all of you, if you come into some contact with somebody who needs help, please point them there, because we want to make sure the people in our community who need help the most can get it, and can get it efficiently, can know what they need to bring and know what they need to have with them. All of the services on there are free or sliding scale. There's no for-profit entities on there whatsoever. So thank you all very much. God bless you. Thank you.
The next presentation we'll have, and the last presentation we'll have today, is Mr. Daniel Blathers and Mr. Green. That was a change. Mr. Green is here tonight with Mr. Blathers, and they are from Man to Man Fatherhood Initiative.
Thank you. Thank you all so much for having us. We wanted to come today and really talk about our program, which is a nonprofit fatherhood program called Man to Man Fatherhood. Our program actually covers about 6 counties of the PD area. Inside of the brochures and the folders that you have, it kind of shows the actual coverage, program coverage that we have. Our program is geared to assist fathers, and even though it says Man to Man Fatherhood, it'll also to help mothers as well. Individuals that may have barriers in their lives to keep them from being the best parent that they could. Things like employment, barriers like not being able to see the children, barriers like not understanding the process of visitation, or even for the fact of just actual parenting, personal development as it is. Our program has been in existence now for 23 years as going in. So picture that, a nonprofit lasting 23 years. So kind of doing something right about it. But all of what we're going to mention to you tonight and all of what you read into our literature, our program is absolutely free to any of the participants that are referred to us, that come to us as far as volunteers and so forth. Our aim is to try to help that individual, mother or father, to become the best parent that they can for themselves. And we feel that if we strengthen them, they will go back and be able to strengthen their families. Okay, I'm going to switch back and let Mr. Blathers talk.
Well, good evening, and thank you again for having us. Sometimes when we think fatherhood and we don't think well of it, our society puts a negative stigma on fathers and their role in society, and us as men, where do we fit in? Well, we're fit to be leaders. And a lot of us have lost our ways throughout the years. Society struggles with employment, things of that nature, and the family unit is just not together. Well, that is the purpose of Man to Man, to bring that family unit back together by strengthening the father so he can strengthen his family. Whether or not it's a dad that's in the house or out of the house, we want to make sure that a father can be the best father he can be. Within the pamphlet that we gave you, it gave you a black flyer that states some of our areas of focus, which is parenting and co-parenting, healthy relationships, job readiness and employment, economic mobility, child support and visitation, and personal development. Throughout the years, we've helped a lot of fathers with that. And just to go over our impact report, which is on the left side of your folder, total participant survey, and this was our 2020 numbers pre-COVID, but the numbers are still somewhat aligned now as today. Total participants served, 482. Children positively impacted, 769. Child support paid by participants, 90,899. Participated in a parent-child activity, 97. Saved incarceration costs through jobs not jail, 776,160. Unemployed who gained jobs, 136, and things of that nature, and so on and so on. We're not here just to say that we're just giving out information. We're here to make a difference. And we believe in giving fathers a second chance. We believe in giving mothers a second chance, but we want to make sure that we form a partnership with the city of Lake City and its citizens to make sure that Man to Man is here to provide a valuable resource and connecting everyone with the resources to make our fathers stronger. We are able to connect them with other agencies that if we can't provide the service, such as Voc Rehab, if they need to go back to school and get a GED, we pay for it through adult ed. And we also have a program called Reality Check, which we go into the high schools and work with our youth, which is a great program. We teach the success sequence, the importance of getting your education first, a job, marriage, then have kids. But if that doesn't happen in that order, what is it like to pursue your education while taking care of a child? What are the child support laws and rules to our society and encouraging them to be able to navigate through that? So we will go into the high schools. We provide this service free for them. We also provide a free job assessment for our parents and the students also, where they can learn what career that they may be able to choose based on their interests and things that they know. A lot of times with parents, we know when it's expensive to send our kids to college, and when kids have a chance to know what they want to do and what fits them, they're less likely to change their major and increase the cost of even being there for a fifth year more so than 4 years. But I just want to provide you all with that information. That's only a brief synopsis of what we do. But we are a full-service program. As again, Anthony stated, we serve counties throughout the PD region, Marion, Darlington, Chesterfield, Marlboro, Darlington, and Florence County. So we are here. If you need us at any time, feel free to call, email. If you have any questions, I'll be glad to take any at this time. Yes, ma'am.
Is there a age that you're targeting?
Well, majority of our fathers are 18 and over with the child that's 18 and under, but we do serve with our reality check program is 16 to 24.
Okay. And so you are partnering with the high school, so you come to the high school here and,
We can.
okay. Because I noticed you're in Florence and Bennettsville.
Those are our office locations.
Okay.
We've actually been here before, but it's through working at the library.
Okay.
So we can set up something where it would be something like a satellite campus.
Okay. So how do you recruit?
We go out, we pass out brochures, we pass out flyers, we do internet. We partner with different agencies and things of that nature also.
Okay. And, well, you've explained the criteria, but can you kind of reiterate the criteria? For-
A father that's 18 and over with a child that's 18 and under.
A father that's 18 and over with a child that's 18
And under.
and under. With a child that's 18 and under. Child, 18-year-old father with an 18-year-old child.
No, an 18-year-old father with a child that's under the age of 18.
Underage, okay. Okay. Okay.
We thank you for your
Thank you
time.
very much.
I think everyone all the presentations we have, and just to quickly say, if you can tell with all the presentations we had today, they all intertwine with each other, all the way from the proclamation all the way down to man. They're out there, the resources are out there to strengthen each and every person in our community. Celebrating us as a small city, reaching out to our youth, reaching out to our families, as United Way of Florence does, and man, reaching out to those fathers and those young men. So we will have more presentations like this because we want to be able to strengthen our community. Next, we'll be going to our public comment period. Notes on comment period. Comments are limited to 2 minutes per person, and no personal or verbal attacks will be entertained. The council is interested in hearing your concerns, but speakers should not expect council action or deliberation on subject matters brought up during the public comment period. Topics requiring further investigation will be referred to the city administration and may be scheduled for a future agenda. Please make sure to sign in and leave your name and address for the record with the city clerk to council. Just state your name, not your address.
Good evening, everyone. Two things I want to touch on. First thing is I visited the park, first time it's been a while. There's so much goose excrement on the sidewalk. It's like with a landmine going through that. And I noticed yesterday, I think it was on ABC News, they had something about that too, with how they got rid of it. But, ooh, no, now, we don't want that. That's not a good look. It's a nice place, because I navigated it all and went in there. It was a nice, cool place to sit. But look what you're looking at, you know. One of your workers out there saying nothing he can do. You know I don't believe ain't nothing we can do. We got to do something, because that need to be removed. It's just not a good look, you know. And I think it would be a healthy thing, a health reason too. Part two is it's a new administration. I like to be a part of the budget, okay? In the past, and you don't have to do it like this, we've always had public participation and not no 2 minutes, because it take me 2 minutes to get up and say, well, I got to say, right here, this is bad enough. But at a budget meeting, allow me 2 minutes on all these different things, no. We got to revisit that. We taxpayers. We are taxpayers. The reason all of this is taxpayer dollars, okay? Now, I'm gonna live with this 2 minutes, but when it comes to that budget, I have written budgets, I read budgets, I know what it takes to go into a budget. Do not limit me to 2 minutes. And we need to be in a setting where we can discuss it. I don't wanna argue, just wanna know where we're going with the budget, okay? But, and we was promised that, I thought, and then I look at the minutes because I wasn't there because other obligations. But it said 2 minutes. No, we can't do 2 minutes, not for the budget. Please, reconsider that. Thank you. And let us have more time, because you only give us one session. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Good evening, Mayor and City Council person. I'm sorry that I missed the calendar date to where we could do a presentation again tonight about the vape business here in Lake City. But myself, Paula Morris, along with some ministers in this community, parents, we still gonna keep coming before you. We don't know whether you discuss it. We talked to you at the last meeting about closing the vape stores here in this area. We gave you certain reason, Pastor Hooker gave certain reason why it should be. And so that's the only reason I'm here tonight, because we only have 2 minutes, is that for y'all to please take in consideration, we're gonna be here every month. Next month, we will have another presentation about how vape, it's not good for the health of our young people. I'm glad to hear that we have people in here that care about our young people, and they wanna help build them, strengthen them academically and other kind of ways. But we have things like the vape that's in here, that here illegally, that we have here where underage students are participating in this, and to the mayor and the city council, to city administration, whoever else, to our chief, I wish you would take this in consideration, because I am concerned about our youth here, youth and children in this area, as well as everybody else. And I see on the website where we're doing a lot of activities for our youth, and that's great. And we can't do it. We can't do it because it's illegal, but I promise you, if we could do a search, you'd be surprised of the young people that are vaping, and it's not healthy for them, and then it's addictive. Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon, Lake City.
Good afternoon.
Last month I've been here, I showed congratulations to Lake City Secretary. Today I would like to congratulate Ms. Sandra Crosby Fleming, Ms. Cooper, and Mr. Brown. They showed exemplary performance at our alumni and in the neighborhood by getting out, participating, and talking to people, finding out what's the problem is. I also would like to give the mayor thanks for listening. Lake City, nobody's gonna save us but us, okay? We're the only one gonna save ourselves,
Amen.
okay? There's no cavalry coming to help us. So we're gonna have to start hiring local, spending locally, and receiving locally. That's all I gotta say. Oh yeah, one more thing. We need to tighten up our AOA, okay? ADA, I'm sorry, American Disability Act. Lately, we haven't been doing that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Crystal Hemingway. I'm kind of having problems. I ride an electric bicycle. I've been pulled over by the police about 10 times for running the red light. One pulled me over one night, almost had me at gunpoint. He thought I was a drunk driver going home. I don't understand what the problem is. I'm trying to figure out what the problem is. I'm a disabled person. I don't do nothing to nobody. I volunteer my time to help people, help the city. So I'm trying to figure out what the problem is. And they say they're getting unanimous calls from people. I'm trying to figure out who the unanimous person is.
Thank you.
Thank you, Crystal.
Any other comments, public comments? Thank you all. Next, we're going into legislative. Mr. Hall, City Administrator.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. For your consideration, we have ordinance number 2023.009, second and final reading, an ordinance authorizing and directing the City of Lake City to enter into an intergovernmental agreement related to the South Carolina Local Revenue Services to participate in one or more local revenue service programs, to execute and deliver one or more participant programs, supplement, and other matters related thereto.
I need a motion to approve ordinance 2023.009 for second and final reading.
Motion to approve?
Second.
It has been properly moved and second. Any questions?
Yes, I'd like to know, can you define who the revenue service programs are?
The Municipal Association, they do our collection for the write-offs for the Water Sewer Department and also for the Judicial Department. They also collect for insurance, cell phones, and brokerage taxes on our behalf.
Okay. You said to execute and deliver one or more participant program supplements. Can you explain that?
That means everyone that I just mentioned are the individual programs that they would oversee. They do it for the entire state of South Carolina.
Any other questions? All in favor, show of hands.
Mayor and council, for your consideration, second and final reading, an ordinance of the City of Lake City, South Carolina to levy taxes and establish a municipal budget for the fiscal year beginning July 1st, 2023 and ending June 30th, 2024, and all matters related thereto.
Need a motion to approve ordinance 2023.010 for second and final reading.
Motion to approve.
Second. It has been properly moved and second. Any questions?
Yes, I have making a statement. I am hereby rescinding my vote on the so-called first reading because I cannot understand why you levy taxes and lower taxes and impose them on low-income, no-income citizens. The sewer and water rates have increased. I'm not in agreement with that. I think it's unfair, and in good conscience, I just cannot agree to that. And, because when you presented the budget, you said the millage decreased. Okay, so why did the millage decrease?
We actually paid off some debt.
So if that's the case, then that debt was paid off. Were there monies already budgeted for that?
I'm not following the question.
You paid off some debt, so that debt is passed on to the inner city people?
The
low-income
debt
folks?
was prearranged 10 years ago when we went into a debt agreement. So we were allowed to levy to pay for that particular debt for 10 years. Now that the debt is paid, the 10 years has passed, we have dropped it off of our books, and it's no longer a taxable item to the community.
Okay, well, can you be very, very specific about which taxes are levied?
Taxes are levied
Which taxes are levied? Can you be very specific about those taxes?
on personal property and automobiles.
Any other questions? If no other questions, all in favor, show of hands. All opposed?
Mayor and council, for your consideration, resolution number 2023.023, final reading. A resolution of the City of Lake City rescinding from the grievance committee Ms. LaPortia Brown at her request.
Need a motion to approve resolution 2023.023, final reading.
Move to approve resolution 2023.023 for final reading.
Second.
It has been properly moved and second. Any questions?
You made a statement that she requested to come off the grievance committee?
Yes, she did. We have a letter requesting that in the file.
Okay. Do you have that letter available?
It's on your screen.
Double click it.
Oh, yeah, I did see it. Okay. It says, Mr. Singletary's term expires in accordance with the employee handbook and other matters related thereto.
That will be on number 20024.
Not at that resolution.
This is just saying
one-
that we're going to
this-
replace LaPortia Brown with Mr.
I
Singletary.
understand that, but it says Mr. Singletary will replace Ms. Foster Brown. Mr. Singletary's term expires in accordance with the employee handbook and other matters related thereto.
That's it.
That does state that on the document, but that was given an example that we're going to replace her with Michael Singletary.
Okay, what's the date of the last handbook, employee handbook?
I think it was dated 2017, if I'm not mistaken. I would have to go back and pull that document and that ordinance that we had passed. But if I'm not mistaken, I think it's 2017.
You know, the way this is written to me is ambiguous. I don't understand why the employee handbook in final reading of the resolution 2023.023, I think we need to look at revising that employee handbook. and also look at getting citizens from the community, because if there is a grievance filed, if an employee files a grievance, their peers are their judges. And oftentimes when the peer is the judge, that peer can be retaliated on. And it's not fair for that peer to be retaliated on. So there's a lot of bias in this to me. And so I request that we immediately begin to look at revising that employee handbook. I mean, nothing personal against Mr. Singletary. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure who he is, but we need to revisit that handbook and update it. And I don't know if the verbiage in there now would be applicable. I'm a little, it's confusing to me, so I'm just not satisfied with the language in here.
Any other questions or concerns on this resolution? Okay, all in favor, show of hands. All opposed?
All right, thank you, Mayor and Council. Mayor and Council, for your consideration, resolution number 2023.024, final reading, a resolution for the city of Lake City, South Carolina, seeking to appoint Mr. Michael Singletary for the backup member of the grievance committee with the term expiring on 13th of June, 2026, and all matters related thereto.
Need a motion to approve resolution 2023.024 for final reading.
Move to approve resolution 2023.024 for final reading.
Second.
It has been properly moved in second. Any questions?
Okay, appointing him from backup member to member of the grievance committee. Can you explain that, please?
He was a backup, an alternate in case there was not enough during the time that the committee needed to meet. We're moving him as an alternate into a permanent member.
Okay, when did he become a backup?
In 2016, if I'm not mistaken. No, I'm sorry, 2020.
I'm addressing questions to him. Thank you.
She's trying to help with the answer.
She's the clerk to council and mayor, and I'm addressing the questions to administrator.
We don't have an answer at this moment.
I think it was 2020, but I'd have to go pull his file and make sure of that. I'll be more than happy to share that with you.
Okay, can you get it to me, I guess, as soon as possible, maybe by tomorrow morning? Via email or text? Thank you.
That can be sent to all council.
It will be, yes,
It will
ma'am.
be sent to all as required.
Any other questions or concerns about this resolution? If none, all in favor, show of hands. All opposed?
Mayor and Council, for your consideration, resolution number 2023.025, final reading. A resolution for the city of Lake City, South Carolina for approval to accept the bid of $871,229 from Spartan Fire and Emergency Apparatus Incorporated. The city of Lake City is also seeking approval of $207,229 funds from the fiscal year 2025-2026 budget and all matters related thereto.
Need a motion to approve resolution 2023.025 for final reading.
Move to approve resolution 2023.025, final reading.
Second.
It has been properly moved in second. Any questions? No questions? Okay. If no questions, all in favor, show of hands. All opposed?
Mayor and Council, for your consideration, resolution number 2023.026, final reading. A resolution for the city of Lake City, South Carolina, seeking to request approval to use funds in the amount of $52,052 for the cleaning out of the aeration basin located at the wastewater treatment plant and a $50,000 for landfill costs to receive sand and other matters related thereto.
Need a motion to approve resolution 2023.026, final reading.
Motion to approve.
Second.
It has been properly moved in second. Any questions?
Did we get any other bids?
We have three bids. They were included in with your packets.
Oh, I didn't see them. And who is the highest bidder? Is it the highest bidder or just?
Ricky, you want to speak on that, please? Thompson Turner.
They've actually did work for the city of Lake City in the past, so they're very familiar with the area that we're working in.
Okay.
Any other questions or concerns on this resolution? If none, all in favor, show of hands. Any opposed?
Mayor and council, you have before you the financial report for the month ending May 31st, 2023. The general fund, we are at year-to-date $10,644,000. That's 117% of the budget. We have expenditures of $10,361,000. That's 114% of the budget. We have an excess of $283,069. In the water fund, we have a revenue of $1,725,000, 97% of the budget. We have expenses of $1,510,000, 81% of the budget. We have a surplus of $214,783. In the sewer fund, we have revenues of $4,314,000, 140% of the budget. We have expenses of $3,243,000, 105% of the budget. We have excess of $1,071,000. In the stormwater, we have revenues of $165,000, expenses of $58,000, a surplus of $107,000, so $76,000. And that is the financial statement for May 2023. Mayor and council, for your consideration, I have before you bills 1 through 8 for your consideration and approval.
Need a motion to approve bills items 1 through 8 for June 13, 2023.
Move to approve bills 1 through 8.
Second.
It has been properly moved in second. Any questions?
Let me ask this question. How many different accounts do we have for the city of Lake City?
I'm not
Bank
following.
accounts, how many different bank accounts, like CDs or whatever banks or CDs we have?
Well, we have probably 9 or 10 right off the top of my head.
Brandon is.
It's 9?
It's 9.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to get a copy of all the bank statements. Let's go back for the past, since you came on board. All the monthly bank statements for each account that we have for the city of Lake City.
Do we have any questions about bills items 1 through 8 on this?
And also, I'd like to, this is a part of that. This is a part of that.
No, ma'am. We can talk about that later. We need to go with the bills items 1 through 8 tonight.
But it's not included all the accounts that's supposed to be on there.
Any other questions or concerns about bills items 1 through 8? If none, all in favor, show of hands. All opposed?
Mayor and council, thank you so much. That's all I have for you this evening.
We do not have any items in executive session, so the next part we will have is the council member reports and comments and mayor's report. We will start with Councilman Brown, please. Councilman Cooper, sorry.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
First, I want to commend Chief Cooper on the arrest that has taken place in the city. Thank you for that. Of course, we don't like to see our people, but that's why we have those guys here with the coming up. We don't want to see anyone, especially, thank you, especially of these adolescent ages getting in trouble and messing their whole lives up. We don't want that at all. So again, we commend you. And of course, like he said, you know, everybody wants stuff to happen right then and there. But it was progress, and progress made it happen. So kudos to you. As a voice for our community, and since I am the councilwoman for District 4, I would like to speak on behalf of some council members, some constituents in my community. And they're actually located in the Veterans Quarters. That's the name of their neighborhood. Of course, they came to me with their concerns, and I just want anybody to know, if you live in District 4, if you live anywhere in Lake City, so any of these 6 districts, and if you have any questions or concerns, if I can help you, I'm gonna help you, because that's what I'm here for. So, the constituents over in the Veterans Quarters, their main concerns are the abandoned homes, the mechanics working on cars, the 18-wheelers and trailers parked on the street, the open ditches which are large enough for kids to drown in. So of course, that's a safety hazard. So of course, like I said, I was here and I was asked to address their concerns. And like I said, I will address anyone's concerns. If you let me know, that's what I'm here for. However, I did speak with Greg, which is the code enforcement officer. As far as, and I do know this, as far as the trucks and stuff like that being in the neighborhoods, there's no city ordinance saying that they can't be. There's a state ordinance that I think I've heard that he told me that you cannot park, you cannot block a driveway, and then you have to be like a certain amount of feet from an intersection and of course from a stop sign. So that's what I know right now so far. And again, I just ask that these particular concerns be addressed in a timely manner, please, so that either to me, so that I can relay it back to them, so that they'll know that I am working in their favor and trying to get any and everything done that I can. The next thing is I would like to let you guys know that I do have a 101-year-old female that just had a birthday. Her name is Miss Mabel Lemon, so she's in my community. I just want you guys to know that she just had a birthday. And then if you see Miss Lemon, just tell her happy belated birthday. I think her birthday was this past weekend. And I just ask that you guys come out to the Juneteenth events that are going on this week in Lake City from the 15th to the 8th to the 18th? Yes. Yeah, so just make sure you come out and support your community. And again, as I always say, stay vigilant, stay safe. If you have any concerns, please do not hesitate to call me. Thank you.
Talk back to Paul over here. I echo a lot of Councilmember Cooper's sentiments. In addition to, I think it's been over a year now, the retention pond over by CVS off of Ron McNair Boulevard, and the retention pond by Family Dollar. I remember William said that it was about to go into litigation. What's the status of that now? Because it's been over a year.
The office was also sent letters. They have been fined. They have not complied with any of the court orders. All we can do is keep sending those summons to their corporate office. We at some point can go in and clean it ourselves and send a bill, affix the bill to their taxes, but the judge has adjudicated that case, and they have been charged.
So if they've been charged, why? I wonder why they're not acting. There must not have been a heavy fine.
I would have to check. I was not involved with the case.
Okay, well, can you check into that, please, and let me
I
know?
definitely will.
And also we have several abandoned homes, blighted homes, and streets and sidewalks on the west side of town. These streets and sidewalks have not been repaved since, I guess, in the past 45, 50 years when they were first done. And we're paying taxes, but it's as if the monies are going to where people want them to go themselves. And as a taxpayer and a citizen, I wish we could beef up our actions and our attitude towards stuff going on the other side of the tracks, on the west side of town. There's more street, anything, you know where the west side of town is, on the other side of 52 and the tracks. I thank you all for coming. And if you have concerns, let me know, or let your council person know, and we will get them addressed, and we'll do the best we can to try to get them addressed and satisfy you. Because after all, you all pay your taxes. If you don't pay your taxes, what happens? But where's the money going? That's what you all need to be working on collectively. Thank you.
Thank you all for coming out. Also to the presenters, thank you all. Continue to come and voice your concerns. Councilmember Cooper said a lot, so I'm not going to echo anything. Only one thing from her, just don't forget about the Juneteenth events that starts on Thursday and Sunday. So just make sure you guys come out and support. Thank you all.
Thank you. We too would like to echo what you just said about Juneteenth. Let's support, and you know what the meaning of it and what it stands for. I'm just happy that we started on the house. There are so many houses that need to be abandoned and destroyed. And one on Beauregard Street in my area was taken down last week. The one on 52, I saw that one went down. There's so many, but yet it showed the effort that we beginning. And I looked on Carpet Street and I saw the houses coming up. So slowly, but we'll get there. My mom always told me Rome will not build in one day. It takes time. And I thank all the presenters tonight concerned about the male, the men's, you know, taking pride in our city to make a better man. We got a bunch of boys, want to be a boy, but we need some men to lead these children, so many young people out in the street. And I look at them so many times and wonder why, they're concerned. We worry about the dress pants, but get the head right, and they'll pull the pants up, and then show love and that kind of stuff. So thank you, and thank everyone for coming tonight. It's good to know that the citizens are concerned about the well-being of Lake City, see the progress. And I heard about the school being doing some work on a new field. Some people think it's a city, but it's a school, and it would help the city. So let's engage and be happy for the celebration. Doesn't matter who do it, and long as we all collaborate, work together to beautify and build this community. Thank you.
Nothing to report.
Thank you, council members, for your reports tonight. Just wanted to everybody thank you for coming out. I love to see the room so filled, almost every chair filled in here. That means there are concerns, as always. There's issues, and there's ideas, and there's solutions. We all brought in all of that to the table tonight. I do want to recognize our city staff and department heads who are in here tonight at our meeting. If you just please stand, I won't ask you to say a word, but just please stand so we can see our city staff and department heads here tonight. William, Ms. Marshall. Please let's give them a round of applause. And the officer who's standing at the door, you as well. You just have no idea how much it takes and how much work it puts in. We have to put in a day to make sure that the city is moving forward. So I applaud them, and I also applaud you all, because it takes everyone. We stated before, Small Cities Month is June. To celebrate us, the city of Lake City, during Small Cities Month, I would just like to share with you the statement that came from J. Paul Class of 2023 salutatorian, Ms. Ashley Yarborough. She stated in her speech, Lake City may be a small city, but we have big dreams. So let that stick with you, because that's who we we are. So let's continue to celebrate each other with every small step that we make. The blighted homes, just along with the council members and the citizens, because I had a citizen to come to me today at the post office, and she said, I just want to thank you and everybody that took part into making sure that the houses are being torn down, the blighted houses. She's now able to look out her door and don't see a blighted house in her yard or next door. She's able to see across the street and just don't see all the mess that was there before. So it took a long process, but we're making it. And we have more homes to come down. So I thank everybody that took part into that. Just want to say that we had to put out a community update just recently, the police department and administration. We put our heads together because we were getting some concerns and complaints about a few juveniles that were coming around. I would like to kind of just clear up a little bit on this. We put the update out so we can make sure that not only the community is safe, but the safety for the juveniles as well. As you can tell, we did not pinpoint who they were, the age, race, or any of that. But we put it out to make our community aware. And we also made sure that they were asking about doing different services, such as washing cars, cutting the grass, basically what a young person should do to make money, especially in the summer. But they went beyond that. And we needed to make sure that our community is safe. And that they are safe too, because who knows, something bad can happen to them when they enter in the wrong house. So that's the reason why we did so. I know we got a lot of negative about that, but we just wanted to make that clear, the reason why we were doing that. And we have a lot of things in our community, in our city, for our young people. And we're going to continue to bring in a lot of things. With the collaboration of the community, different organizations, and schools. We have things such as the old school games around the city, and we have flyers over here. We have flyers posted in administration. We have flyers sent to the schools so that the students can get them and give them to their parents. We have flyers on our Facebook page. We're always putting it out. We have old school games around the city. We have the Boys and Girls Club. We have the Special Needs Olympics coming up. We have Summer Kids Street in Kennedy Park and Matthews Road. Not just things that you have to bring your kids to or they come to, but we go out in the communities as well. We have the free camp for kids. So these different things that we have for the children and that they are actually in process and progress, all we need the parents to do is bring them. We need the parent involvement as well. So we have things out there for the kids. We just need the kids. But we need for you to bring them. To just elaborate also, a lot of good things that our kids are doing. Just to state, we have a Mr. Justin McNear, who is the Youth of the Year for Lake City Boys and Girls Club. He is in Atlanta, Georgia right now. We also have a few girls from Lake City in Houston, Texas right now, visiting NASA, along with Dr. Ronnie McNear, wife, and his family. We also have 5 young ladies at Palmetto Girls State in Clinton, South Carolina, yesterday, where I was one of the speakers on the panel. So our young people are doing great things. We just got to keep supporting them. I'm pointing at myself first. We just got to keep uplifting them. They look at us first. So we got to be careful how we present ourselves because they're looking at us. And that's the only way they know how to do things. And like everybody else stated, we have Juneteenth coming up. We want to make sure that we come out and celebrate freedom and the different activities that the staff has put together for the week. And I think that's all I have for today. Just thank you again for coming out. My door is always open. My number is posted. You can come by. We can talk, whatever needs you need. And I want to also thank all the presentations that were given out today. Like we said, we're going to have more and more of these presentations because we care about the community. We want to make sure that you have your hands on these resources that are out there. We're transparent as can be. we're helpful as can be. So as long as we continue to work together, Lake City will be the great city that it is. Thank you. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Mayor, Mayor and council, can I make a quick announcement if that's okay?
That's fine.
Lake City is having a musical presentation called Music at Noon, and it's featuring, Tim Keys and Amelia Cunningham from the Tim Keys Consort. And, some of you have been at the meetings previously, and you know what this is about, but if you don't know what it's about, you'll be hearing more about it in the future. But I was asked to, let you know about it. It will be at Lake City Presbyterian Church tomorrow, June 14th at 12 o'clock noon, and it's only gonna last for 45 minutes. So if you're not doing anything, come out. Again, it's at Lake City Presbyterian Church, at 12 o'clock. It's gonna be for, 45 minutes, and, here are some flyers if you're interested in, reading it for yourself. Have some flyers. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And one more thing I would like to add, we stated just briefly about the new athletic facility in Lake City. Mayor Robinson, in my opinion, this is gonna be a great thing for the students and the community. A great investment. No, let's clear it up now. No, the city of Lake City is not giving $11.3 million to this facility, plain English. But I can say Mayor Robinson, to support it. And I would give my time and my money to it if I had to, because this is much needed. But just to clear up, the city of Lake City, we're doing all the things that we need to. Grants for the streets, for the sidewalks, for all. We hear all of that. We're putting in grants. Those things take time. We hear all the concerns. But this new facility, athletic facility, is being done by the Florence School District 3 staff and board who approved it, and the community. We all gonna be putting into this, because believe me, I guarantee you all gonna be sitting in it. But thank you, just wanted to make that clarity. I think we got a motion, can I get a second to adjourn?